Hello and welcome to the new Fringe podcast, and this is technically our 11th guest, but it's going to be the 10th episode. As discussed in the past, sadly you're not going to see all episodes, but this is a new platform, so when you're sort of starting something new, you've got to iron out a lot of kinks. So we're finding what guests are comfortable with and what guests aren't going to want to be on it, and because we are trying to create a sort of a see-through platform where we have no sleeves. We are presenting ourselves, in casual conversation, and others may want a more formal chat, which is completely understandable and fine. But this is the sort of chat what you have at 4 a.m. in the morning. So this one is the one what sort of blew me away in terms of work rates. He predominantly works on music videos. His platform has 60 music videos. This guy's 21 and he's worked on 60 music videos. This guy is on another level. And also more personal, like a more personal note, something what has also intrigued me is this is a guy who's got a big work rate, but it hasn't really been noticed by the area, or apart from his peers and the people who have obviously introduced me to him. So he is known in the area, but he's not really talked about, and I find that quite interesting. I sort of compare that to myself because I like to think of myself as having quite a big work rate and having done quite a lot, but I think not many of you would know me. So and so he also sort of fills in the prophecy as well, because I believe the generation below, so I'm 24 now, so and he's 21. I believe, and we speak about this on air, that the people coming up will also outdo us. It's how it happens, and I think people have to accept that. That there'll be people at 16 who, I started making my first feature film when I was 21, and I thought that was incredibly young, and it is in the averages of being a starter filmmaker. But I think filmmakers will start at 16 next, because it's a different generation and people find out new ways to do things. You can some people create like documentaries on YouTube what is like an hour and a half long. We can sort of class them as films. I should also say in this one, this is the one where I started flagging. This is the one which I completely lost sense of time. So you'll see 15 minutes into the podcast, I think we've done 50 minutes, and I felt incredibly rude about this, but it was, honestly, I felt like we'd been going 50 minutes. And when we actually wrapped up, and it turned out to be one of the longest podcasts we've done, I actually honestly thought we'd been going for 3.5 hours, because all I'd basically been doing is recording the podcast, going home, warming up some pasta, locking myself in the bathroom and away from anybody, and then just going to sleep and waking up and coming back to the studio. And in between guests, obviously when the podcast is finished, we still keep talking to the guests, and then we let them out the building, and then another guest comes in. So I've just basically been socializing for, 4 in the end, but 3 days straight. So I've completely lost sense of everything, because not that the guests bleed into one another, I don't want to say that, but there's definitely a theme in the show, and you definitely start to think, I felt like we had done 50 minutes when in fact it was like 15 minutes. So I think it's interesting, to see this on a host level, but and also apologies to Ben. But enjoy. We're going anyway. We lure people into like a false sense of security. They come in, and then we've already been going for like 5 minutes. Then,
it's already recording?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I'm sneaky, man.
That's clever.
I'm getting slicker as well.
Yeah. That is quite.
But now is that moment where like, all right, now we're talking. Now we've got to be serious. Yeah.
All right, then. Well, yeah, that's that.
But what I'm trying.
So I'll look at you then, innit? Like,
yeah, you can look anywhere. Peter usually. I was about to say chimes in. That sounds wrong.
Right. Yeah, no, I do like watching podcasts and stuff. Like I watch quite a few.
Which ones do you like? Do you mean like in
mainly? I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Chucky online.
Yeah.
Him, 3 Shots of Tequila.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Who else? I know everyone likes that Joe Rogan guy. Some of my guys watch that, but I don't really watch him.
Do you want me to clean those mugs or something?
We drink out of a wine glass.
Sure. Well, there's this little cup, isn't it?
Go for that one, yeah.
Just have a bit of water in that or something like.
Yep, pass me that bottle now.
Cheers.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, Peter usually like stands something up on the desk, and that's my little subtle cue that we're recording.
Okay. Alright. Little SD card case.
How did you meet David and Lewis?
I need them. I keep giving them out.
Yeah.
Because someone's like, oh, can I just, because of course no one carries like a hard
I've lost 3 of your SD cards, so I'm sorry about that.
I'm used to it by now.
How did I meet? Oh, sorry.
No,
it's alright.
It's alright. Ignore me.
Yeah, well, David. I remember I met David from when I was younger.
You go to like same school or anything like that?
Nah, he went to like the rival school to mine. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah,
so
he went to Hallcross and I went to Macaulay.
Alright.
So like back in the day, like I remember like up until like year 9, and that was a bit of rivalry between them schools. But we used to go to some of like the same
Are we talking
same parties.
Rivalries like fights or?
I guess kind of, yeah. And it was just kind of just like they was like that other school, so we was like, yeah, we don't like people from that school, and it was, I just didn't like petty stuff though. Like I wasn't anything serious. But obviously, yeah, we went to some of the same parties. So that's how I met him. Loads of people used to say we look like each other.
Yeah.
Like when we was younger, so that's kind of how we met. And then Lewis, I don't really fully remember how I met Lewis. I think he already kind of knew of me before I kind of knew of him. So because I think it was through like mutual friends and that sort of thing. And then, but yeah, he just ended up shouting me one day, saying he wants a video, and I didn't know he made music. But yeah, he's like, I do, and he's from Doncaster and that, so we eventually just worked together.
The networking here is so interesting. Because like we're saying, today these past 3 days, I've worked out so many people exist in the area.
Yeah.
What I didn't know of. And I don't know why we don't know of each other.
Yeah, well, I don't know, innit, because I went to uni, and before I went to uni, though, I wasn't doing this before uni, like the whole music video thing. I just, obviously I was just a normal guy, and I just went to school, went to 6th form, and but I always had it in my head that I wanted to be like a director, or like a cinematographer or something like that. I always had it in my head. I didn't actually know how I was gonna get into it, but I thought I'd go to uni and I'll see like.
Did you study it at uni?
Yeah. So I studied it at uni as well, film and media production.
Cool.
And I graduated last year.
Your work rate's insane. I've never seen anything like it. It's 21 and you worked on, it's like 60, isn't there? 60.
There's 60 on YouTube. That's 60
YouTube.
on YouTube. Yeah, like there's a few more other ones here and there as well. Like,
is that like one a week or like one?
I do at the moment. Like I'd say I do sometimes like 3-4 videos a week. Sometimes like there's been some weeks where I've done like 5. Damn. And that's crazy though. I don't like always doing that because there's literally no time for anything, because it's literally a matter of shooting and then trying to start editing the next day.
You can't do it.
Then obviously you got to shoot the next day, and then also trying to plan for other people's videos that might be in like a couple of weeks and that, and then also the changes, because obviously you get artists like they're like, oh, can you just switch this scene around, or can you just tweak this and that? So obviously you got to go back to do that. Yeah. So it does get a lot in it, but
do you get that a lot?
What,
like people coming back and tweaking? Because me and Pete done like 3 music videos, and we always get like 3 or 4 tweaks. In
Yeah. You do, yeah. Like, because I think it depends on the artist. And some artists, like I send it to them and they love it as it is. Yeah. I mean, and some people they're a bit more specific about certain things, or the main one is like some people will be asking for like effects, certain like kind of visual effects. That sometimes I don't even think it really fits in the video, but I think they just see
somebody else's work.
And they're like, oh, I want that in my video, but it's like, bro, your song's not that kind of song though, and like, it's not that type of video. But yeah, I'd say that that's kind of what goes off.
Well, was it like a snowball effect? Did you just do like one and then you just kept coming?
That's kind of how it went, because like I started off just doing photography.
So you went from photography to...
I went from photography to that, Like, even though my end goal was to be a director, I didn't have a very good camera at the time. I just had like this rubbish one. But I noticed when I took photos with it, with the flash, it kind of looked like I took it on like a film camera. Do you get me? Yeah. So I would edit it, add a bit of grain and stuff, and make it look like it's been done on
retro.
Film. Yeah, retro. So people liked the pictures on my Insta. So yeah, I put those pictures up. People thought that was cool aesthetic, and then some people was asking for photos like that. Then it was my birthday, and then I got a better camera now. So my mum helped me put some money aside for me as well. got a 4K camera, and then that's when I started. Like, someone was like, "Yo, bro, do you do music videos?" And I was like, "Nah, I do photography, but I'll try it out." So I did it.
That's quite humble.
Yeah, because I hadn't shot one before, and I just done the photos. So
Yeah.
I just said I haven't done one before, but I'll try it anyways, because it's something to video, I guess. So that's kind of how it went. So I did that, and then it kind of was a snowball effect from there. Did that, more people asked me to do photos and that, and then I was meeting the rappers in the area, and then that's kind of how it went. So I made a little bit of a name in Sheffield, and then from there I kind of expanded that to the other cities.
So are most in this area, or do they like further out?
A lot of the time it's in Manchester, like that. 90%.
Is that a big scene for like rap? Or you say like Manchester?
Yeah. I'd say like outside London, like Manchester, Birmingham, they're like the big scenes. Manchester's definitely got it's definitely like up there now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm planning to move there soon, so I just spent the time to try and network out there and get my name out there, so that people are always going to be shouting me from there. So when I do move, I've got that client base, which is what I've fortunately been able to do now.
Yeah, well, me and Peter had the problem when we work with 3 different musicians, and you do get sometimes they get annoyed that like you're working with them. Do you get any of that? Like,
what's a certain artist?
Yeah, like that. They wish that you did that for them or anything like that. Or is it awkward? Yeah.
They want you to be a person on camera.
Yeah.
Oh right. Nah, to be honest, I've not had any artists that have been like, what, you working with him as well? Like, nah, I've never really had that.
I'm telling you, it's just us.
Yeah.
Let's
be honest.
I've never ever had that. Everyone that I work with, they're all like gas for me. Really, they're all like, yo, I can't believe you're so active, bro. Like, you work with so and so. Like, that's kind of how it is, really. Yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously, some artists and stuff, they work with like other videographers as well as me, but a lot of mine though are quite loyal to me, because I don't know, they're happy with what they get.
Yeah.
Really. So. And then obviously every video is gonna be a bit different. Do you know what I mean? So.
Do you keep like your ear, because every video you've edited, what I've seen, is different in style. So do you have like your ear to? Are you like really keeping up to date with what's happening?
Yeah, I think after doing it for like, I say for doing it so long, I haven't actually been doing it for that long now.
No, it's crazy when I find your age.
Yeah, literally, like, but I've developed like my own kind of style. Like, I can see my style in each video I do, but obviously I try to make sure the concepts and the location, that kind of thing, are always a bit different. Like, and you know, because I got a few of my inspirations, like the directors and stuff that I follow.
Yeah.
So I usually look to them for like the inspiration and put that into like my work.
Have you got any like really big inspirations, or is it just like a mix?
The director Casey Locke, he's from Manchester.
Yeah.
Big director, like he works with a lot of like the massive artists.
Oh, so you take like filmmaking as well and put it into like the music?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that I'd say that's more the style I go for, really. Like I said, I don't really like the whole. I'm not really the type who wants to do like the videos where you got mad flashy effects and that. Like for me, I care more about the lighting, color grading.
But they've got a feel to them as well now.
Exactly, that's it. I like it to have that kind of feel, like that cinematic kind of feel.
Yeah.
Rather than like just throwing the camera anywhere and putting all this flashy stuff. You know
like every edit matches like what's happening in the song.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's like the style that I take with it.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. Like, I don't know. I guess it's because I don't know. I think because I've come from that filmic background. Anyways, like,
but you've done all something yourself as well, because I think there's like an argument. Do you stay with like a scene and try and work with them, or do you just do it on your own?
What do you mean?
Well, I feel like everybody who's been on here is like a solo artist and just plug in their own their own platform, and they've done so much work. But when you're actually part of like a scene, it feels like you're sort of controlled, and you can't really make as much output.
Like, talking past a couple of days to people, it seems like everyone's sort of in their own corner a little bit, not purposely, but like it's like, holy shit, how do none of these people, including us, know each other? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think like, because I know with Doncaster, like I just didn't like when I was here. I kind of since I hadn't already started anyways, and I started while I was in Sheffield at uni. Yeah. I just kind of knew though Doncaster's got that proper small town mentality. Yeah. So I just didn't even know anyone that's doing anything like doing music and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think when I was living here, I don't think Lewis or David, like, I don't think it was recording. Like, back
one of them was in New Zealand, wasn't it? One of them went to New Zealand and
I
came back.
Maybe, yeah. Like, I know, like, I think they've been writing for a while. But I don't think there was recording. Like, there weren't really that many recording artists. Yeah. You know what I mean, or any like music videographers. I think the only cameramen were like the wedding camera people and
Do you think anything will actually change in the area, or do you think like this is?
I think it will, yeah. Especially because like now, especially in terms of music, I think music is what's going to push it.
Well, it's the pulse, isn't it? It's the pulse of any players.
I think music's going to do it because especially now, like with the music scene, I can speak in terms of rap music. I don't know about the other genres and stuff, but like it's now like everyone's probably embracing where they're from now. Do you know what I mean? Before, everyone wants to sound like they're from London, or even before that, it was America. People like UK people put on American accents in their songs and stuff. But now, the UK has kind of got its own kind of platform, and we've got our own kind of culture. And now, since we got people like H and that who broke through with his crazy accent, like he's got the maddest accent. Do you know what I mean? And people liked it. And now you got like big artists from Birmingham making a name. So now, to not be from London, people are embracing their own accents and where they're from, and trying to put their places on the map. Yeah. Because it's actually beginning to work now, because people want to hear a new sound.
Well, sometimes there's too much competition in these places. Like if you're from London, it's like that. There's like a bar, and then but if you're from here, it's completely new. It's new.
Exactly. Like you can be like the main guy in your town, and then from that you can get the leverage from your town to become like even bigger. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of whether people are actually gonna get behind you like that, because it's like if you are from like say a town, then obviously like I say, there's a lot of that small town mentality. A lot of people might think, oh, he's doing his music thing, it's probably not gonna take off like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they might just support out of like, cause they know you, but they're not really supporting like.
I think that's changing our generation though.
Oh yeah, it's definitely something that's changing. Like, I'd say, definitely like. But
do you get any support in the area, or is it?
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know that many people in the area that much anymore. Like to be honest, I wouldn't really say so. I think there's people that know I do what I do, but they just don't. I don't know. They don't speak to me.
Yeah.
Like they talk amongst themselves.
Yeah.
So I kind of just hear like, oh yeah, these guys. So I'm like, oh what? Oh, so they know I do this, but like they don't really.
I'm not saying it's like a conspiracy, but there just feels like people are keeping each other from each other.
Yeah.
Now I've done this. This is why I wanted to do this, so I could connect people together and show there's people here who are actually doing something. They don't have to just be from here. They could be born here and then they've gone off but come back. But there seems to be other people what are stopping that from happening.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
but you don't understand why, because it would improve the area.
It don't make sense, exactly. Like, because I don't know, me personally, I feel like if I knew someone from Doncaster that's doing like big things in whatever, I'd be like, yo, have you heard of my man? Like, he's from Donny as well. Like, that's sick. Do you know what I mean? But some people, they don't really.
You can hook each other up, and you can like, you sort of learn things. Like with people I've met, they've been like, "How about you show a film at the cast?" I never thought about doing that, and that's what I mean. So you meet people, and there needs to be that like network in place.
Yeah. Definitely, there needs to be.
Did you grow up here? Like,
yeah, I grew up here.
Haven't moved or anything like that. I just like moved for work and university. But
yeah. Like I mean, I wasn't born in Doncaster. I was born in Ghana. But moved to the UK when I was like a little baby, when I was like 3 months old. Lived in London like when I was little, and then we moved here. I think maybe that was when I was little as well. I think maybe like year 1, year 2 or something. So I've pretty much grown up here. Yeah. In short, yes, I grew up here. And then obviously I lived in Sheffield a bit for uni. And then obviously planning to move to Manchester at some point soon.
Cool. Well, like when I've come back to Doncaster, I do feel things have changed. Like when I left, because I didn't really care what anybody was doing. I'm not gonna lie. I thought everybody had that small time mentality. I wanted to go and live my career. And I did, and then I've come back, and the place looks different. I don't know if it's my.
Different.
I keep thinking it's my imagination. Like I'm still a bit like, we're doing. I can't believe we're sort of doing this.
Yeah.
Like if I had pitched an idea to do this like 3 years ago.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah. No, it has definitely changed. I feel like especially because I feel like there's a whole new group of people here as well. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, it's like I've been saying this. Like, I think when I was back in school and stuff. This is like one example. Anyways, what I've realised is like I didn't see as many black kids around like when I was a bit that age. But now, even though I am only 21, I see a lot more black kids around here now.
Yeah.
And a lot more like I say, the music is kind of like, because it's kind of getting more into Doncaster, so people are more, now when you talk about saying music videos, someone here, like saying when some of the youths and that, like it's like they know all about that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's not
Can
just
I swear?
yeah, you can swear.
Ah, okay.
It's not just not like 5 in a row.
Yeah. But nah, yeah. So they kind of know about that kind of stuff. So I do feel like it's evolving, sort of thing.
Yeah, but it's also the age thing as well. There's like so many young people are also coming through.
Yeah.
The problem I had when I was coming up, it was just all old people who were just saying no, we don't like what you're doing. They're maybe a bit bitter.
Yeah.
And then now, like everybody's beyond's pretty much our age. I'm not excluding older people either. 'Cause they're still doing some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But
I know it's mad. It has changed in that sense. 'Cause it's like so many people when I said that I want to be a film director and stuff like, it was like that's nice, but you know you can kind of
get a real job.
Yeah. That's kind of how it is. Yeah, like.
Do you still get any of that, or I get a little bit of like, can you maybe focus, maybe get a degree and try to do something else just in case it fails? Or
I did get it a bit, but now at the stage I'm at now, when people know about the Blue Boredom brand in it, like they know that it's they know it's proper in it.
Yeah.
So no one really says that now. There's a couple couple of older people and that who, obviously when I say what I do, I think they still imagine me as like I say, just like some event photographer.
Yeah.
Like,
well, people try and downplay what you do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they kind of see it like that, but they don't actually know that, like, in the music scene, like, what I'm doing, like, it has the potential to be massive.
Yeah, it's like if I say I'm a filmmaker, people think, you've done short films. Like, no, I've done a feature film.
Yeah.
People try and like
wicked.
downgrade it, don't they?
Yeah, they do. What feature film was that?
It's called Welcome to Wonderland. It hasn't been released yet because of COVID. It's got like wrapped up in all the festivals. But
nice.
But a plug. Hopefully, it's coming out soon.
Yeah. Well, what was that like then, working on the feature?
Well, it took me 2 years. I built it here. I did it because I was working full time as well. I did it bit by bit. Cause I did like 11 short films, and I thought on the back of one of them I got a small grant. So I've been building it bit by bit. And then I was
What was your role in it then?
like director,
really?
writer.
Oh, right, okay.
Everything.
I thought you would. When you said it, I imagined you like you was a production runner or like something in it.
No.
No, you directed it.
Full thing. But
Yeah,
that's what I mean. But there's people doing stuff like in the area I didn't even know about. There's people
it's
making
just
documentaries and like. Do you see the Doncaster documentary? Like on the. This is what I'm saying.
I've not seen that much from this scene. I kind of like didn't really even look at it, to be fair. Like I was kind of just like, well, I'm gonna get out of Doncaster and just do my thing. Like, do you know what I mean? That was kind of like my mindset. I'm gonna get out of here, move to another city, and just like and make it, and not really turn and look back at Doncaster. That's kind of like, it sounds crazy, but that's kind of just like what my mindset was.
Yeah.
Now obviously I can see that like it is something that's growing, and like as I've been doing this, like I do feel like it'd be nice to. Yeah, just have more people though. Like,
there's a benefit of it being like on your doorstep as well, isn't it? Like if we can get stuff like going here, it's like on the doorstep. So if we do go out and come back, we can just still create stuff here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the odd time when I do have a shoot in Doncaster, it's blessed. Cause Doncaster, I like it. Yeah, it's just quick.
But as soon as we can prove it can like sustain itself, and we can actually make stuff here like this, because if this goes well, which I think it will. Like it opens the room for more podcasts, it also creates a healthy competition as well.
It does, yeah, it does definitely, definitely, because I feel like a lot of people here don't want to start things because they think that like they can't really do that, or like it's not gonna take off, or it's not gonna, you know what I mean? Say
if like somebody started a podcast next door and it was going really well and this was going all right, we would have to up our game.
Exactly,
and
that's where you see it. Up your game and like get better than us, and then they do the same. They're like, they're up their game. Let's try and do ours. And next thing you know, there's 2 podcasts from Doncaster which are massive,
competing as well.
Yeah. So
that's what you need.
These kind of things need to happen more. Yeah.
We'll have like a 10-minute cool down.
Yeah.
It's like the outro where the music plays.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, how long's it been already? It's been like almost an hour.
21 minutes.
21 minutes.
Really?
Oh.
I feel like 50 minutes.
50 or 15.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep going for a bit.
Right. That's calm.
What's your background like? Did you start any like job? Like, did you doing like fast food or anything like that?
Yeah. My first job was at Sports Direct when I was 16. I was there for like about a year and a half, I think, and then I worked at View Cinemas, you know that one, like Lakeside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked there for a bit. and then after that I worked at Nando's while I was at uni.
Yeah.
And that was like in like second year. So I worked there for a bit, and then I left last March, or well, like towards the beginning of March.
So that's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's when I left. Yeah, because I was always asking for like days off because I had some shoots, and it's like I worked on a lot of weekends, so I was always asking for days off. So I think the managers got a bit stressed at me because I'm always asking for days off. So
how you like working with, like, when I was always like working on film and I was working like a job, it didn't really bother me, to be honest, but it can get quite tough when you're like doing both.
Yeah, like most of the time it was okay, like, but when I'd have a shoot on a weekend, because I was juggling that with uni as well, so I was doing obviously the part-time job, trying to film and do uni at the same time.
Yeah.
And like it was okay, but obviously, yeah, eventually, I was just always having to get so many days off that I just thought, you know what, really, I'm getting a decent amount of shoots in. I'm getting this much each week. I thought, yeah, I don't really need to stay here, but I just need to make sure that I can keep the work coming in. Because
if somebody's like younger, would you say to just throw yourself at it then? Because that's why. Because like, there's a point in my life where it's like, all right, I'm working the normal job. I've got this going on. Do I absolutely commit and go for it? And when I actually committed and went for it, everything started working.
Yeah, that's it. I think that I feel like you know when it's time to leave that job though, because I was probably on the fence for the longest. Like I was just like, oh, I'm gonna leave. Like, but at the same time, I just didn't know when it was right. But then, like, I had like 3 weeks where I had so many bookings, and I thought, do you know what? Actually, like, if I leave now and I do all these bookings, even if I don't get any bookings for like a month, the money I've made off this will keep me through for the next month anyways. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I knew anyways. Though, but as I'm doing these videos, I'm getting better and better. So you know, while I'm doing that, hopefully there'll be some bookings that are still coming in to carry me for the next month. So that's kind of what I did, but then went into lockdown.
You're right. I think anybody creative in lockdown struggled. But
well, do you know what? Like,
are you alright?
That first like month or month and a half or two, like, that was like, yeah, that was quiet, and everyone's like, oh, Ben, you shouldn't have left Nando's. You could have got furlough. And blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like,
I left my job just as like furlough. I'd just come out.
Really?
And I was like,
oh mate, honestly, I wasn't happy about it. But
there's people like getting like quite a lot of money for just being watching Netflix. I'm like, oh,
nah, literally. But as I say, I saved up a decent amount, so I was okay anyways. But after that though, like, everything kind of skyrocketed. Like I say, like, all this kind of stuff has all happened during the whole COVID thing. So it's like my COVID experience hasn't been that bad, because it's when I've gone full time into a job I like doing, and it's actually worked out for me. And I feel like it's kind of happened at such a perfect time now that everything's all digital, everything's all about content and stuff, and a lot of people now are starting music and all that kind of stuff. So the demand for music video has just rocketed.
Well, the music scene survived, didn't it? The film industry died, the writing industry died. What else have we got? Like, you can't display art. And then
the music industry shot up.
It kept me and Peter alive. Like, we're just working with musicians. We're literally like, all right, what do we do now? Because obviously I had nothing to do in COVID, and then musicians like, right, will you come and do a video for us? Like, yeah, sure. And that's what kept us.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, like the music industry, like, that just shot up. And yeah, like I say, there's a lot of artists that, like, you know, I've worked with recently, and I'm saying, oh, so how are you rapping? They said, oh, only since like the first lockdown. Like, I just thought I'd try and, you know, try something. So it's just, you know what I mean, it's just got me more work as well, because a lot of first time artists coming about.
Do you have like ambitions to like actually be a filmmaker, like full 90-minute film, or are you just like happy with the music?
I'm happy with music videos. I do fashion videos as well. I would like to do some of those.
I'd like to see them.
Yeah.
Do you edit them in like the same sort of style? Or do you...
Kind of. There's a bit more creative freedom with the fashion videos, really.
Really? I thought it'd be the other way around.
Nah, because music videos, like, you're doing that for an artist, obviously, which is like, so it's your video, but it's his video as well. Yeah. So they kind of, like I say, sometimes they know what they want. They do give me the creative freedom, but, you know, like I say, you get things more like, oh, can we get a shot like this? Can you get a shot like that? Where it comes to the fashion one, more time they give me the clothes, and obviously they're like, okay, these are the models, here's the clothes. We want a video kind of like this. So then that's it. I just go with it. I'm like, okay, I can freely direct however and edit however, and people like the way I do my fashion videos as well, because it's just very like on trend and like fast paced, nice and choppy and that.
So you don't like multiple like takes, just like one take sort of thing. And
Oh no, it is multiple takes, yeah, but it doesn't take as long.
Yeah.
It doesn't take as long. Now it could be something like, oh yeah, I want you to walk towards the camera, get into a pose, hold that for 2 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and I'll do like a continuous recording. So I'll come up to you and I'll move around and that with the camera. But then, so we'll do something like that a couple of times, and then obviously when it comes to editing it, say we've got 3 takes of him, of like the model doing whatever I said, like walk here and then spin around and that. I'll chop it all up, like, and for all those little bits, I just chop it up like rapid, and then it can be made in something like, you could do a fashion video in like 2 shots. That's what I found.
Really?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Say you do like 2 continuous recordings for like 45 seconds. I reckon you can make yourself a little fashion video.
That's crazy. Do you think you would like? Which one do you prefer? Like, it sounds like you got more freedom in fashion.
It does, you know, and like, I like fashion a lot. I think it's really hard to say because sometimes I do some music videos that I feel so passionate about. Like this is amazing. Like this needs some awards, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But then the fashion stuff, like, I don't know. There's something about that though that I like.
It sounds untapped into as well, because like a lot of fashion shows are just quite like a generic like walk, but I imagine there's so much you can do to play around with it.
Yeah. Like I just think, especially when I'm working with like models who like are really good as well and they know what they're doing, like it makes a lot easier as well. Do you know what I mean? Because they don't look as like stiff on camera. Yeah. But I think if it's like this, if it's like a scale, this is music videos and this fashion, I'd say fashion comes like there.
Really?
Just slightly.
That's interesting.
Slightly higher up, yeah. It's just that like it's harder to get as much fashion work because people go on my page and see music videos saying like, oh bro, can I get a music video? So it's only a few people that I'd say that like, you know, they clock that, oh, I also do fashion. Yeah. And then they'll shout.
But it might like take over in the back.
It might do, yeah.
It's usually what happens. It's like I never really wanted to work in a music video. I just wanted to do filmmaking, and then it sort of took over from like behind. Now that's sort of the only thing I'm really doing at the moment. And it's same with writing, like because people just think I'm just a filmmaker, but originally like a writer. Yeah. And I think that will probably be the thing what takes me out. I think, you know, when I'm older, I think that'll be the thing I'll probably go more into
the writing. Yeah. Honestly, I would like that, to be honest. It would be nice.
But you can though, can't you? Because I think in the old generation, you just one thing. He was either a writer, he was either a filmmaker, he was either a musician. But in our generation, we've got like 5 or 6 things going.
There's so many different things. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different. Sometimes you got to do something that isn't exactly what you want to do, but if it can take you to where you want to be, though, then you might as well do it. Yeah. And that's kind of like how I saw photography. I never thought, I want to be a photographer. That never crossed my mind. But I saw how that can take me into doing videos, though. So.
No, but did you ever have it in the back of your mind
to be a photographer?
No, I mean like to like what was going to happen. Did you ever foresee that you'd do like 60 videos?
Well, that's it. I never knew I would end up doing. I never knew I'd end up doing music videos like full time. Didn't think it'd be that.
I think that's how it would. I think everybody who just doesn't expect it, but it's sort of like they are the thing. They're not putting an act on. It just comes out of them.
Because I remember saying actually it was like Nike, you know, like the Nike commercials and that. Like that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to direct and shoot those things. So, but
like the football ones, or like the
not to say the football ones, but like the more like, I don't know, like the lifestyle kind of ones. Like there's so much I've seen, like say of who's the tennis player. She's an American tennis player, black lady.
William, no.
It's some Williams. The name isn't coming to my head now. Serena Williams. Serena Williams. Yeah. Like they do some like lifestyle stuff like that, innit? Like, and I like those, or like some of like the ones where say someone's running and they got like a bit of like narration over the top, like greatness is this and that. Do you know what I mean? Like those kind of cinematic things. That's kind of what I wanted to do. But yeah, I just thought, well, as long as I'm making videos, people can see that I can make good videos.
So that's like profiling people, isn't it? Are you like interested in people then? Because like because you've worked with so many different like artists. So does that mean you've got like a real interest in
just people?
Yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah, because I don't do no product stuff. Do you know what I mean? I don't do any like product videography or photography.
Was it?
I like working with people, innit? I like shooting people.
Well, that's what I mean. Just meeting you now. I honestly thought we just spoke for 55 minutes then. Yeah. I mean, and Peter said in a good way. and Peter said 20 minutes. You got to have you gotta be switched on with networking and be good with people.
Like from doing it like all the time, that's kind of how it gets. Like before, me personally, like I could be a bit like a socially awkward kind of person.
Really?
And sometimes in some situations, like, I'm that still. Do you know what I mean? But from being in situations though, like where I might go to a shoot but just by myself in it, and the artist is there with all his mates and all that kind of stuff, or like I'm just now thrown into a situation with all these people that I need to tell what to do and tell them what's going to be happening, and they're all mates, all getting all giddy and rowdy and that.
Yeah.
So like, I've had to just be able to talk and maneuver in that kind of situation. Whereas before, like, I wouldn't want to just go to, like, say, a group of people and just start talking, because I just think like people be like, oh, who's this guy, or like, do you know what I mean?
Is that something you got better with? Do you like?
Yeah, definitely something I got better with. Yeah, like because I had to do it so much. So now it's like I can just talk to anyone now because I've had to. It's like the saying it, like just throw yourself in the deep end, and like you got no other choice. You've got to do it.
Do you have it like mapped out in your head when you go into like a location to shoot? Is it all there?
Oh, like the idea for the shoot that day. Yeah, sometimes like, cause some shoots we do like full on storyboards, treatments, and like how you would for a film. Some shoots we do it like that.
Yeah.
And then some others where it's kind of like they're like, oh yeah, so I kind of want a shot like this. I want to do it this location, that location, that location. So I'm like, okay, I know what location we're gonna do that. Then when we get there, then I don't know. I feel like my eyes can see really fast, like the kind of shot angle we can do. Like I can normally clock that like, straight away.
That's knowledge, isn't it? Now, because I honestly think when you watch films, even if you forget them, you might hold a shot in the back of your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I watch so many music videos. Like I'm always watching music videos. Like so.
Yeah, same.
I just take a lot. I sometimes I might see something. I think that's sick. I'll try that next time. Or I might just write it down in my notes. Or I could just be chilling and I could get a shot idea or something in my head, and I'll just like write that in my notes. Or if I'm just walking past somewhere, I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be cool for a video one time. Let me take a picture. Like I kind of just.
I think it's more free music videos as well, because like filmmaking, I love to tell like a traditional story one day, but it feels quite limiting. Music videos, it's like a feeling. And that's what I'm trying to do with my films. I want them to have like a feel to them instead of just like, okay, this character does that and then it ends up there. So I think that's what people. I honestly think a lot of filmmakers are really attracted by the music scene.
By the music scene, yeah. You feel like that, yeah.
Yeah,
because I feel like you get a feeling from music videos because you're getting like visuals to the song, like you're feeling as like when you listen to the song, you get a feeling. So then you get the video, like it kind of complements that as well. You know, the kind of feeling that you get, like, I think because I feel like everyone can kind of like resonate a bit with the music video, because it's a bit like, you know, that typical thing of a breakup. You sat on the bus on a rainy day with your earphones in, and you're feeling all dramatic like you're in a music video. Like you could do a shot like that in a music video. Do you know what I mean? You could do a shot like that. So it's like I feel like having music to a situation creates more of a feeling. If that makes sense. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
You pull a lot from your own life into like your stuff. No. Just keep it all what you've seen.
Yeah, like I say, a lot of the videos, like if it's like a storyline type of one, a lot of time it's nothing to do with my life, because I work with a lot of like gangsters and a lot of like drug dealers and all that kind of thing. A lot of them are involved in that kind of life as well, which is a life I don't know about, but. Well, I'm not involved in, but I know about that kind of thing though, because I've met a lot of people in that now, and I've had lots of conversations, and I watch certain things which is to do with that sort of life, and like a lot of the music artists I listen to are from that life as well. So the videos are completely nothing to do with my personal life, but I know a bit about it, and they do as well. So you know, often they sometimes they've got the ideas for me. They might say, like let's do a scene where this happens. And that's probably been something that they've actually been through on the block before. Yeah,
so they're coming to you with what they've felt, and you're
exactly. Yeah. So my job, you know, sometimes if they come to me with the plan, then I just develop it. Obviously, sometimes they might say, okay, this is a song. What can you think for this?
No, but you've got that humble thing, which I think because I think somebody who's worked with so many people would boast about, oh, I know this person. And he's a gangster, and he showed me this, but you don't have that. That's probably why you're so prolific now.
Yeah. I don't know, like, because I don't think I don't think I should boast about certain artists really, because I don't know, they're an artist doing their thing. I'll boast about your work. It looks amazing. Then I'll be gassed about that. Like I'll be like, yeah, this is sick. Like, do you know what I mean? But But yeah.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real. That's all we can do. I don't know anything else for you.
Keep going.
37 minutes.
37. It didn't feel like an hour and a half. Like, no.
Nah, I don't think.
Maybe I've done too many of these.
Yeah, honestly, for me, this doesn't feel like it's even been that long for me.
Oh,
Like, this feels alright. Like,
I mean, I'm in the middle. I'm like checking my time and stuff. So I guess
Yeah. I think I've been here too long.
Yeah, you probably haven't been doing this.
You know, but it's like a weird thing as well, because like when I've been sat here, it's like a storyline, like immersion, and it's the sort of like the same narrative. We're all from this area. Stuff's happening, but I think
you're good at this though. To be fair, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I feel like you know what to say.
No, I've told people I'm using this like mirroring technique where I talk a little bit about myself, and then the other person then can feel like, all right, I can talk about myself.
Yeah. So I feel like well, the whole thing about conversations is a lot of psychology in it, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I said to Pete, as soon as we come into the room, start filming, and then when we're cool enough as well, just keep filming that as well. Cause I always feel like when the podcast ends, I always think that's the most interesting thing. I want to know. I want to know what they're talking about off air.
Yeah. Cause that's true, innit? That's true. Because sometimes, obviously, during the podcast, like people might not be being themselves. And that.
No, you sort of. It's like now, like I've stopped it twice and we've taken it back. I feel like we're being a little bit more honest now, if you know what I mean. Like we're not trying to sell anything, and that's what I like.
Yeah. When's this meant to be coming out? Though? Like,
well, we're gonna
filming them all like in a batch and
that's basically it. Like we're gonna do like an album thing of like I think we've got 14 going, and then the second one I think I want to try and take it off the artist like centric thing, and try and get like fast food workers, like chefs, sex workers, just really people with like
just like the most like random things.
Yeah.
Have you seen Soft White Underbelly?
No.
It's like a YouTube channel, and they interview like the most randomest of people, like a prostitute or like a whatever addict or like a pimp or a ex-executioner. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the most random of people like that, and it's really really interesting.
I think there's some art to it.
Because there is, because it's even as simple as like what you said, like someone like a fast food worker, like, and it's like you hear stuff that like you won't normally hear, because a lot of interviews you see in podcasts and that, it's usually the same kind of genre of people, it's artists or say directors or of whatever in it. Do you know what I mean? But when you do something like that, it's a lot more pure because you're meeting like individual humans and that it's normal stuff that other people can kind of relate to and that.
We just don't want to be impolite, that's the thing, because like yesterday we like allowed smoking like on the air, and then I got back last night, I was a bit like, alright, these guys are giving us a platform, they haven't said I'm allowed to allow smoking, so I want to push it into like a real territory as well. So say if like a prostitute just come on, it's like she feels comfortable enough, she or he feels comfortable enough to like really open up and really tell something, but I don't want to put like the platform I'm using into jeopardy as well.
No, I get you, that makes sense.
It's just like a polite thing, isn't it, really?
That's fair enough.
You don't bite the hand that feeds you.
No.
Yeah, that's it. But
I'm flagging, I'm not gonna lie.
have you run out of your questions?
No, I was just like completely like phased, because we've been doing these like one after the other. I'm just getting to that stage where I'm just like,
because eventually we're gonna do like one day with like maybe 3 people a day, instead of like 3 days 7 people. Each day.
It's that's something. It's like an interesting, because when these go out, you're gonna get to see me as well, like change. Like it's gonna be like a nice like pattern.
Hair getting messier.
We got 2 more tomorrow, and because the thing I want to do as well, I want to make sure I'm engaging with every single person and getting that person onto like a platform, because that's the thing what's not happening. People in the area are like controlling like the narratives and controlling the platform. They'll get somebody on, but they'll just release the bit what sounds good. And I don't. That's what I want to kind of stop.
Aaron's gonna keep all this in about fading off.
Yeah. But this is it. This is what I'm talking about. I want it to be real, and like you can see. You can see,
We'll have a director's commentary where it's like, as you can see, I'm quite fucked here.
I mean, this one of the directors, we was talking, saying that like we need like a directors round table.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel called Chord, and they do like different things like that. They do like a producers round table.
Have you seen the Hollywood Reporter? They do like.
No, I've not seen it. Well, I know what it is.
Yeah.
But like, I think they're doing like a cinematography one as well, something like that.
Yeah, it does. The best thing about these things is you can like see different people's methods, and not necessarily like steal, but you can sort of. I've been inspired by so many people what I didn't think I'd be inspired by, who have just taught like a guy called Andrew Cotton. He taught me how to make a film a lot cheaper than it needs to be made. So
yeah, it's mad. Like some of the things you'll find like out there, like you can take so much in it. It's like that's kind of how I even started this, like just off like YouTube, learning how to do it from YouTube, like you know what I mean. But yeah, and there's these two other directors that like I like proper watch all their kind of videos, and it's like I take one thing from each of them, try and put it into mine, and then make it.
Do you have like a system where you like write notes down? Or is it just all in your head?
A lot of times it's just in my head, yeah. But obviously sometimes I will like write it down. But like for example, like that Casey Locke, a lot of his videos like the handheld in it, like the whole handheld like kind of look his thing has. I think it's so sick. Like I really like it, and that's what I do a lot in my work. I've always been a fan of like handheld kind of shots. Anyways, like I like that kind of realism you get from it, and
because you're in the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. I just think it looks sick. Like so, I kind of take a bit of that from his videos, and then TZC, who's another one. A lot of his stuff, he does a lot of Steadicam kind of shots. Lots of on Steadicam. So even though I don't have a Steadicam, I've got a gimbal. Like I try to mimic some of like the way the movement is on that. I try to take a bit of that. So when I blend the two, I got Casey Locke style handheld and TZ's kind of Steadicam. Then it just looks sick because they're both like two top people.
Are you quite like organised, or do you work quite messy? Because with the work rate you've got, it seems like you've got things like under control.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a messy worker.
Yeah.
Like, if you see my hard drives, they're named in weird files.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh well, I just got everything like I've got a hard drive and that everything's just like all in folders like song name and title. Well, like the artist name and the song title. It's got all the clips and that. I'd say I'm quite organised with it, and like I usually like to get my videos out to everyone on time and that. Like sometimes I've done like stuff in like 24 hours and I give it back to them, and like that's one of the things as well that got me quite a lot of customers. Like it was going around that I was getting things back to people like rapid and obviously to like a good quality. So people was like, oh shit, like that's my second strike. People were like, oh yeah, like he was like, oh yeah, like he can get things back fast. But that's partially just because I feel like when I let it pile up, it feels like I got assignments. It feels like work, and it's just.
Do you pull like all-nighters to like get them done?
I
just
don't do that.
Work for the day.
Nah, I just work in the day, or the odd time like I'll like maybe work from I'll work till about maybe 2, like yeah. But that's if I start late, anyways. Like, you know what I mean? That's like a conscious decision. Like, oh yeah, tonight I feel like just getting in the zone and like just doing something. Yeah.
I think my best work is when I'm doing it at night. I'm really bad at like doing it during the day.
Yeah.
I like it when like all the lights are off, everyone's in bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. To be honest, yeah, that is like some of the best times to do it. Really. Yeah.
Do you do anything to like keep like your mind going? Like, do you running or anything like that? Or
yeah, I go to the gym. And I skateboard as well.
I think that's it, isn't it? Once you got like a schedule. And you've got something you can actually like. I was telling Pete I need to get like a hobby or something. I used to play football. I haven't played it in a while. I need to get something so I can just like.
Yeah, nah, I get you. Yeah, because like this was like a hobby, innit? It still is a hobby, but then when it actually becomes like an actual job, like obviously you don't fully feel like work, but it becomes different, innit? Like
you got responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah, like doing 4 shoots a week, like I like it, innit? But 4 shoots a week, like every week, obviously sometimes it gets to the point when can't really bother
Well,
to
yeah,
do this.
some people think you live like this amazing life because you get into what you do.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
what people
work.
think, you know.
It's
that's
work.
What people think. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that like people don't know about. That like
It's not that glamorous, is it?
it's
Really,
not
half
that
of it?
glamorous. No, like literally, I saw this thing saying that like having your own business is great until you're not allowed to. Oh God, I can't remember what it said now. I've just started. Can't remember what it is now. But yeah, like people think it's great in it, but obviously you're here working on your weekends or like having to deal with an artist at 1 a.m. or something who's messaging you something like, do you know what I mean? Like you're always working though. I think you're always working.
Yeah, you gotta be on it.
Yeah, that's it.
Let it slip.
When you put yourself out as self-employed, not only you're filling out a form what's saying I'm self-employed now, but you've got to make sure that paycheck and whatever keeps coming, don't you? Really?
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, like I'm at a comfortable position now though that like I can't see myself now like struggling really for bookings because really the more I'm doing more videos, the more like my name's just getting out. So it's only really gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Like that's the only way it can go really.
So domino effects, isn't it? 2 jobs lead to 2 other jobs from them and 2 other jobs from them.
Yeah, exactly. And that's literally how it was coming up doing it. Like I did a few stuff for free and that. It's like I knew that me doing this for free though, it will have some kind of effect at some point down the line.
Yeah, that's how we started doing it, isn't it? We did some for free, and then when it was like legit quality, and people were like, all right, I can get behind
they
this.
Back for a second, we're like, well, that's...
Yeah, they come back for a second. It's like, all right, can we get paid for this one?
With your pricing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
honestly,
it's not even like a thing of like I don't think it's worth it, but like the idea of putting a price on it, even if it's like give me a quid, like I hate that whole thing. If someone could do that for me.
Honestly, yeah, literally that's one of the things that like I'd even had like trouble with like that for a while. Like I feel like sometimes I was undercharging myself because I was a bit like worried that they wouldn't agree with the price.
Did you look at like other prices in the industry?
Yeah,
or like?
kind of, yeah. And it's like, but then I'd be hearing of such and such charging all this. I think, how's he charging that? Like, who's actually saying yes to that? Because people are out here saying no to me at this price.
Is that
like,
is that thing as well where like somebody charges a lot of money and the shit?
Yeah,
and you're like, my stuff's way better. How are they getting that for that?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it all just kind of comes down to obviously how much you value your own stuff in it. I feel like now to be fair, like people now, if they complain about the price I'm charging for a video, like I'm kind of just okay with that now. I'm just like, alright, then go get it done by someone else, because I believe now myself that you're not gonna get a video at the quality I'll make it for any less.
Yeah.
For any less than that.
If
you
do
do
turnaround time as well. Like,
yeah. And I feel like if you do get one of my quality, you're gonna pay more than what I'm charging you. That's what I reckon.
I think that's a good business strat as well.
Because they call it the triangle, don't they? It's either got to be quality, speed, or cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And
It is,
the fact
yeah.
that you're doing all 3, like, that's a fucking miracle. It's all you can only, business is based around cheap. You can only have it good and fast. But it can't be cheap, or it's got to be cheap. And good.
Yeah, that's
But
it.
it can't be fast.
Yeah, that's it. But I'm giving you fast,
3.
and I'm giving you it good as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Quality.
But like,
I think it's our generation. I think we work faster and to a better quality. Because like, let's say we look at the old generation. This is not me dissing because it was harder back then. They make one thing, and we're making loads of things to a really good quality as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and I think, obviously, I think it's obviously down to the kind of thing we have access to now, especially, and then also just like, I think as well though, like if you're meant to, like, because I feel like I was meant to do this. Do you know what I mean? If you're meant to do something, like,
it happens.
You can do it with ease. Like that's what they say, like a gift is, or something, like something that you can do to maximum potential with not as much like like don't take that much to be able to do it that good.
Yeah,
do you get me?
You're not really putting yourself out there.
Exactly. Exactly. Whereas someone who say isn't gifted at something but they're good at it because they proper like learn how to do it and stuff. Like, they've had to put in so much work to get to that
like a Ronaldo versus Messi.
Yeah, but like a gifted footballer like can do crazy stuff, like pick it up just like that. Do you know what I mean? So that sometimes I think that's the way I look at it with some of my work. I feel like because I have that eye for it already, it's like I already know what I need to do and how I'm gonna do it like quick. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that's where like bitterness comes from the old generation?
Yeah.
Because there's this because I always thought anybody can be creative and anybody can think of an idea, and I don't know if that's true anymore. I like to think it is. But
I think
Because should you be?
Yeah, because it's like I hear what you're saying. Like when you're saying like anyone, like cause not just anyone, because not everyone is creative. Do you know what I mean? Not everyone has that kind of thing in them. Because to be creative, like you're different. Yeah. It makes you different to be creative.
Well, people think creative is just like drawing with crayons or like sticking things together.
Yeah, but creatives are people like this. It's the saying. It's like creatives are people that have managed to hang on to that youthfulness of imagination and all that kind of thing, and managed to hang on to it to the point that they're older and they're still got that kind of creative mind. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's not that many people that I like that.
No.
But someone that isn't creative at all, though, you can become a bit creative. You can learn to be creative, I guess, if you start putting your time and energy into looking at creative stuff.
Yeah, I think with people who say they're not creative, just like, or find creativity later, are people who like just didn't really look into it. Before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, it's not really something they've thought about. And
Yeah.
Clicks all of a
Or they just think like, you know, certain things like that are creative, they just didn't see it as realistic.
Yeah.
Like, cause even at one point, like before I even did this, I didn't think photography was like a serious job that people was actually making like a killing of, because I didn't know anything about it really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I say a lot of people, they don't really know that much, and they also don't really care to look that much into it, because they kind of see like, oh well, that's just something else, or like I'm not really bothered about that anyways, or I couldn't do this or I couldn't do that because of this and that. Like,
do you think they're looking for excuses now?
Excuse is the main problem with a lot of people,
but
especially our age.
I always think sometimes it's just because they just don't have that thing. And then they know they don't deep down. Like I'll know some like actors who pride themselves on being like this great actor.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't work out for them, and they refuse to change their craft. They just stay as that one thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like acting might not be for you. Like maybe you could be a cameraman.
Yeah. No, you sort of play around the back. Mm-hmm. It's like what I was saying about my writing. I think my writing will be the thing what finishes me off, because. Yeah. No, I literally do. I mean it literally as well. Like, you know, I think it's the thing I'm most passionate about, but I still think it's been discovered about me because I'm still quite young. I think people think, what's he writing about at that age? Like, what's he got to say?
How long have you been writing for now?
I've been writing since I was 16. Like,
and you say 24.
24, yeah.
Oh, so a long time.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't do like my first book till I was 20. So it's like a 4-year thing.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't really call myself like a writer till I was about 21. But I honestly think that's going to take over. Because I think it's like my most serious and my best stuff. But I just don't think people are seeing that yet. So I think that's quite interesting. But
what would you like to write for? Like, or who would you like to write for?
I usually just like, I feel like an idea.
Because obviously, yeah, you want to do it for films and stuff. Yeah.
Well, for films and books.
Yeah,
both.
Yeah.
But I want to try and change the writing scene because it's pretty boring. Like the books what are published.
Yeah.
I don't think they're for people anymore. I don't think that's why anybody reads anymore, because nobody's giving like somebody on the street a chance to actually write their story. Like, I'd much rather listen to like a story from somebody who's grown up in like a hard place here than like some writer who's telling some like, you know, fictional story. And I think that's what's gonna.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. No, I understand that. I feel like if I was gonna be a writer, me personally, I'd end up doing it for like magazines and stuff. I think that's what I'd probably.
Like articles.
Yeah. Like, have you heard of like Complex?
Yeah.
Yeah, like people like that, Complex, Hypebeast. I reckon that's probably what I'd go. Now, I think that's just because of the thing I'm into, though, sort of thing, like music and fashion kind of thing. So
yeah.
That would make sense.
No, I do like those things, but I like sort of like a free flow of like writing.
Yeah.
I like to keep changing, like, because I like writing brackets like songs into the book. I'm like, right, when you read this bit, listen to this song, so I can try and put like a bit of a mood in the book.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, I like that.
So that's what I mean. I'm also like, I've started playing around with like, I'll have like a full page of text, and the next page will just be a few sentences. So it breaks up that thing of like, are you reading page after page and it's getting a little boring now.
Yeah.
So like this page is going to be like a picture what's got to do with the story. So that's what I mean. I think these things haven't been like pushed.
I mean, do you guys like have the same thought process as me? Because like I used to like, of course, when you're starting out in whatever it be, like film or writing or music videos or photography or whatever, you know, you sort of assume, oh, in order to be a photographer or a filmmaker, I gotta watch and look at photographers and stuff. But I've actually just realised no, I don't want to do that because I find actually more inspiration, like, because I do a lot of photography, or I'm trying to anyway, I'll say that much, but I don't really find inspiration from other photographers. I don't, if you ask me who's your favourite photographer, I don't.
Yeah, no, honestly, I probably understand that, because when I was at uni, obviously doing film and that, like, they say obviously, like, watch loads of films and stuff like that, but I never cared to watch loads of films. Like, I don't really watch films like that. There's like, I watch music videos and that loads now, but that's like kind of, I didn't realise I was watching so many music videos. I was just watching it. I realised, oh man, I actually watch quite a lot of music videos. And then like now, obviously, that's just normal. Like anyone that's dropped a music video or something, a lot of time, like, I'll just check it out anyways.
Yeah, I'm the inverse where I watched a lot of films and then I've realised, or whatever it is, and I've realised, no, that doesn't really, I like it, but it doesn't really inspire me. So when it came down back to photography, I was like, quite like the fact that I just don't really know any of the scene kind of thing.
Well, yeah, because it gives you a chance to be completely original.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're not trying to be like anyone.
If I'm gonna be inspired by something, you know, like saying, it's not even like a afterthought. You just, oh, that's cool, and then you just, it's like a feeling, don't you? Just feel You just see the shot. I keep looking out the window, like that bird right there.
Yeah. Now, listen, you can just get inspiration from anything.
Yeah,
like,
if I'm gonna get inspiration, it's not gonna be. Let's say I'm doing photography. I'm not gonna look at other photos. I'm gonna like listen to a song. I'm like, I like the colours it brings in my head, or the tones. You know? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look like the warm tones because I'm doing film photography.
Yeah.
You know, 35mm and stuff.
Oh, sick, nice.
Because I did digital. I've got that's 4K. But I've realised, you know, not like I'm trying to be. I don't care about the hipster side of things because you know, all that stuff. But I've come to realise that I quite like the tones of film and stuff. So.
And a lot of people who shoot films say that, and a lot of them, they like it for the feeling that the film gets. It does have a feeling to it, doesn't it? Like,
makes you stop as well and appreciate, because with digital, it's like I can take a million. You can hold the shutter down, get 1,000 photos. You'll pick one.
I noticed that in yours as well. Cause when you filmed the premiere sign, that was like some retro. Like your music video,
because I got a camcorder.
That felt something like a Biggie vid. It was like proper.
Yeah, I got like an old camcorder. That's it. Like I sometimes use that. Yeah.
You're like, I've only got so much film or so much memory or whatever. Like with digital, you just pop a new SD card in or whatever.
That's it. You got to think a lot more. Make a lot more choices.
You got to be like, all right, that's a good shot, but I think I can do better. So you leave it.
Yeah.
And that's a good discipline.
Are you ever happy with what you? Are you ever happy with what you do, or do you just want to keep moving and adapting and changing?
What, like, am I happy?
Obviously you get pride in like the music video you do, but are you just looking for the next thing? Or are you just going on like a shark, keep moving?
Yeah, to be honest, like, seeing as though because right now I don't feel like I'm anywhere where I want to be with the music videos and that yet.
Really?
So I'm still, because I don't feel like. I'm still not known by everyone yet. I still need to. There's still artists and like bigger artists that I want to work with. In it at the moment, I'm working with the up and coming people. Yeah. I still want to be working with up and coming people, but I still also want to make that transition, working with like bigger artists who are with the record labels. Obviously, because one, it builds my brand up. Two, obviously there's more money. and obviously three, like I'd be working with just like bigger artists and that, like it just be nice to do that. So I feel like I'm still like, because I've only really been doing this now for almost 2 years, so I've still got like a whole long way to go, I think. But I do want to start like a clothing line though, like a fashion brand. Like that's kind of where I'd say I want to expand.
Yeah, a lot of people are diving into that now, aren't they?
Yeah, like it's something I've always wanted to do it, but I've never really like actually gone through with it, and everyone always said to me, "Oh yeah, you should do this. You should do like a clothing brand and that." But
specialising in one like sort of like clothing item, or just like the whole thing.
Well, I think like the easy thing to start off with is like t-shirts, and that's like the easiest thing. But I just would like to have my own kind of fashion brand, innit? Like I've always been into it. I'm always into fashion and that, so it'd be nice to eventually expand and open up something like that.
But it's in your reach now because you're creating like a pool, aren't you? So
well, that's it. Yeah, that's like because I feel like I can do it. I can do all the content and that all myself. It's just learning about the business side of it all. That's what and like getting manufacturers and all that kind of thing. That's what I don't really know much about.
Yeah, that's always the problem. Like you tell me to come up with something creative and don't force me to because that'll won't end up. But if you say you got any ideas for something, I'll have a million.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like pitching it or selling it, that side, you know, I'm still not really bothered about it.
Yeah.
Like with again photos, I don't know about you, but you know, you got your photographers who's like got all these cool names on each piece of work, like Untitled Number 3 or like Boy in Blue, and like I can't name my work. I don't want to. I keep finding that because on my website there's like one line saying, alright, this is a website to showcase my work. And then it's just all pictures and videos.
Just all pictures and that, I think that's a bit like what photography's like on my website, to be honest. Just says fashion photography and then just a load of pictures and that, really. But
No, but you're sort of playing them off against each other, aren't you? You're playing the photography off the music video, off the fashion.
Yeah.
That's gonna work. That's
having an artist wearing your gear
in their music video. That'd be sick, honestly. There's one artist,
sponsored by yourself.
Yeah, there's one artist. He's like said he like used my name in like one of his songs in it. He's like Blue Boredom on my visual. Yeah, shout out J Diz. Yeah, he's my guy. Yeah, we've done a few videos together. We got one coming out soon. But yeah, he's a safe guy. Hopefully more people will be shouting me out in the songs.
I think you started 19, and you're now 21.
Yeah.
That's 2 years, 60 videos. That's mental. And you said you got more as well.
Yeah, there's more. Yeah, because it's like when I worked for Nando's, I started doing some videos for Nando's. Like I managed to somehow get onto their little production team and that for some of their stuff. So I did a couple little like net videos and stuff for them. And then I've just got a few, like obviously I've got some passion projects that I just did myself, and I did like a couple of gym videos and that, because obviously when I was kind of starting out I was just filming anything I can shoot, so I got little things like that, some event videos and things like that. So, but on YouTube there's like 60 on YouTube, and I got like 10 waiting to drop.
Yeah.
So we got loads coming.
It's fucking insane.
Loads of stuff coming.
No, I'm sort of bragging at them, but I'm sort of right now, aren't I? I said like this. The students what are like 16, what are coming up now, they produce like a mad amount of work, and because when I grew up, I thought, all right, I've produced a mad amount of work compared to my like age thing, but it's going like it's starting younger now.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it's like for like everything though. So I think about like the footballers now that are playing for like crazy teams and they're like 16, 17.
Yeah,
like the younger generation now are like the ones like they're starting early, like they're proper sick,
like if a 16-year-old scores like an absolute banger in a game, he's like pegged as like $1 million, like 100 million pound, and like
it's mad. It's like even like you see these videos of like even these little skateboarders and that who are like 6 years old and they're flying down some stairs and that, like it's mad. The new generation is just, they're not humans. They're not humans.
Well, it's gonna happen, though, isn't it? And like the old generation, that's what they're gonna have to learn. Like
it's true. Like I mean, even me though, now I do still know of like a couple of other directors, like London ones and that, who you'd say they got more of a recognition than I have. But I don't really let that get to me because I know a lot of them. Like if you're from London or that kind of area, like obviously you get artists who are popping up in London all the time. So if you just like their mate, or you got a mate of a mate, and you're like, and it's like a video, you're already there. Do you know what I mean? You don't actually have to be that good because you know him. You can do the video for him. But then someone up north like me, I'm seeing, this guy's doing a video for him. Like that's crazy. But it's like they might be from like the same.
Yeah, you'll get better now. Huh? You'll get better working in your system now.
Yeah.
They're getting things easier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I know it'll come a point that when the right people are seeing my stuff, people be like, oh shit, I've not known of him 3 times.
2 more.
How have we not known of him? Like,
2 more in rough air.
Yeah. Yeah, because obviously I've been working away, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's calm though. It's all in good timing, innit? I feel like everything's just timing.
Yeah, that's the silver lining of COVID, if I can say that. But I think it's given a lot of people time to like sit back and be like, shit, well, I'm furloughed or shit's going down. I might as well use this year to do some shit for myself.
That's what a lot of people are doing, yeah. But you'll see though who's real about it though. When COVID is like dying off like it is now, and then they just stopped, because there's a lot of people that have like just stopped now.
Can you like spot like an authentic person? Like if I'm at a film festival and like somebody comes up and they say, "Oh, I'm a film producer," I can spot it now. You're not.
I can spot it. Yeah, I can spot it because I get a lot of people say stuff to me like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this," or like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start this," and it's like, okay, I'll just wait till I see you when you've done it, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, as Aaron was saying, no one talks about.
Yeah, if you're a proper artist, you don't talk about.
Exactly.
You don't talk about it, do you?
I feel like as soon as you start, because I've even done it myself before. As soon as you start proper talking about something that you're gonna do,
you lose it.
A lot of time you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
that
you're not gonna do when you're bare talking about it.
I'll tell you what's really interesting about this podcast as well. When I'm off like the podcast, I've got so many things racing around in my head what I think I can talk about. But when you're actually on the thing, you lose half those things.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring up.
You do, yeah. Nah, it's true.
It's like every guest I've done, I've had like 15 questions like backed up in my head. But when you actually start talking to somebody, those questions don't matter anymore.
Yeah,
because there's more important things. Like you want to know about the person.
But yeah, that was always my curse a while back. Like I'd be like, oh, Aaron, I think I've got the idea. I might not even necessarily tell him. But I'd be like, oh, I think I've got the idea.
As soon as you explain the idea, it's dead. I think.
Yeah.
I even know as soon as I've stopped talking, like, I'm not gonna do that. I can't. You gotta, have something, about to happen. Like you set up a gig or something. Like,
that's it. Literally, like I don't talk about too much me until like I know it's definitely gonna happen. I feel like especially in this business, like I've met so many people that have made all these empty promises and have said, oh yeah, I know such and such that can sort you out with this, or like, yeah bro, just shout me anytime, like I'll pattern you for this.
It's like the class thing, oh we'll meet up in the pub next week.
Why did they do that?
Literally, and I've heard it so many times now, so I'm kind of like, I'm just like, yeah, alright then, like, cool, like, but when it, let me know when it gets to the actual date, if it's actually gonna happen, and then, you know what I mean, but yeah, a lot of people just like to talk though, don't they?
Yeah.
People like talking.
Yeah, but that's how you know, because like, I always think, right, if the opportunity's there, the person will have done it. Like, it's like, I probably shouldn't talk about this, but I will do. I've got my girlfriend's friend. He's also got a boyfriend, and she's like, oh, he's got a podcast as well. I'm like, oh, let's see it then. Like, where is it? If that opportunity actually existed, that person would have done it. Because nobody's going to turn an opportunity down, are they?
Yeah, of course.
Like, if you've got a platform to do something, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. So she's saying he's got a podcast as well. But
yeah.
She never showed you it.
No.
Yeah.
Or obviously they're just trying to compare boyfriends and shit like that.
Yeah. You get that, innit? Like, I meet some parties and then people are like, oh, I know a guy's got a camera and he's doing his thing, and it's like, oh, cool, nice. Yeah,
because they feel like they've got. People think like when you're around people that are creative or like an actor or a rapper or something, you've got to act a certain way. But they're usually the most normal people. It's usually you usually want to get away from people like that.
Nah, I know what you mean. You do get people like that, like they think that they have to also be a bit creative or know someone that's creative as well.
Yeah.
All they can talk about and stuff is the art, and it's like.
Yeah. Oh, literally. When I go to like little parties or I go to here and there, and people are like saying all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just like relax, bro. Just relax. Let's just like talk about normal stuff, or let's just.
People like just regurgitate and bomb me with information. I have like people say, "Do you know this filmmaker?" Never heard of him. And then they go, "How have you never heard of him?"
Yeah,
like, I just haven't.
I just don't know, innit?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I was telling when I watched Parasite. Well, I didn't watch. Have you seen the film Parasite?
I've not seen it, but obviously I know what it is.
Yeah, well, basically people were like saying if I didn't watch it, I wasn't a film. I didn't know what I was, doing. And I came to watch it.
It's new though, that.
Yeah. I came to watch it and I really liked it. It was really good. But
it's won some awards, hasn't it? Like, it's a comedy apparently. Like a
dark comedy.
The cover looks like a horror film. Like, I was gonna watch it at first. Like, I thought it looks quite crazy.
It's good.
Yeah, it's like a dark comedy, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to watch it at some point though. It's all in another language though, isn't it?
Yeah. Korean, I think.
Korean. Yeah. You ever watched Train to Busan?
No.
Oh, that's like I think it might be Korean or something.
That's our film. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a zombie film. It's quite mad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think all the best stuff is made international now, to be honest.
Really, it's a big statement, that.
You think?
Big statement. But
film-wise,
I do think though there's a lot, because like from doing film studies and doing film at uni, and sometimes they put on some films, like some foreign films, and they actually end up being some of the best films.
Do you think it is? Like, these places haven't been tapped into. Like, if you live in a third world country, Like there's people there with actual stories, like
Yeah.
real shit happening.
Definitely.
But they don't know what a film is. They've never seen a film, so they don't know how to express it. But if you used to give them a camera, you'll get the best.
I always feel like this, to be honest. I feel like there's a lot of people in foreign countries. That's why I feel like when you get these people in foreign countries, when they do come to say something like UK or America, and say they got a talent in something, they end up being sick at it, like proper.
Yeah, next level.
Exactly, yeah, because they've got it all up there in their country and that, but they haven't got the resources. Do you know what I mean? They haven't got the resources, so it's just the way it is, though, isn't it?
That's what I mean. All my inspiration comes from foreign films, because I honestly think that's like the best source, the best world. Because they just do techniques I've never seen before.
Yeah. Because recently I've been looking at a few like Ghanaian directors and stuff, like, cause I didn't know that there was that much of a scene there until recently. I came across a few of them, so I spoke to some of them and I saw some of their work and that, like, and they're really, really good. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, if that was showcased a lot more here in the UK, like, then I feel like it benefit them a lot. Do you know what I mean? People will see their works.
It goes back around to the whole idea of, like, since they've not got the resources, maybe that's why
they're better,
so
maybe.
flourishing, because of course, again, you put yourself in a box, because you go to college, you learn film, and it's like, oh, alright, this is how. Even if you want to break those rules, you sort of know, alright, this is how you hold a camera, this is how. But they don't necessarily know all that, so they're just gonna fucking hold the camera how they want to.
Just freestyle it, innit? Do what they got to do, and then they end up making something good. Like, because what I realized a lot of, like, in a lot of these, like, African music videos I've seen, like, I'd say they've all got like a really, really good. Their color grading is really nice.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Like, and I feel like obviously they got the advantage of having a nice, vibrant, like, everything looks all vibrant.
Yeah,
anyways,
it's always very warm, isn't it? Like warm.
Yeah.
I was watching an African film.
Really, really good. Like,
it was shot in like the darkness, and when I shoot things at night, I cannot like get this tint. But this African film had like a silver tint in the darkness, and it just looked beautiful. I didn't, to this day, I don't know how.
You know, some of the African films I've seen, some of them are a bit tragic. I can't lie.
Or like the acting wise.
Yeah. So like the special effects and like all the sound effects and that. Sometimes it's a bit.
I think that's a big. It's just new, though, isn't it, over there? Like
well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, like it's gonna be like that, really. But I can't speak too much about like the films itself, but I know the music videos I've seen, like, some of them are really good.
Yeah. It's where all the new inspirations going to come from. Because it's got to change.
Yeah, definitely. Right. What kind of music do you listen to then mainly?
I'm an all-rounder, so I'll listen to anything.
Yeah.
But
same here, to be honest. Like, I like anything really. Like, growing up, I was listening to quite a lot of like indie rock and all that kind of stuff.
Do you have like a change, like a period where?
I'm not changed. I still listen to it all.
Do you ever have like a phase?
I went through a phase. I was listening to lots of like screamo kind of.
I think everybody's had like that.
Nah, not even them. Like Pierce the Veil. I don't know if you can say proper screamo. Like Pierce the Veil, Bring Horizon, Asking Alexandria, Mice and Men, Sleeping with Sirens.
But if it's all there, you can like sample these things. Like a lot of like artists will like remember an old song and just loop a second of it and just bring it back.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of that kind of stuff, and like I like just all kinds of music really. But I'd say obviously the main one I listen to is obviously like hip hop, rap.
It's same for me, just because I think that's writing now. I think writing's actually rap now because it's the most like honest and the most like rawest form.
No, definitely.
Oh,
them! I was watching one of their videos the other day actually. Yeah, definitely them. Yeah. They write all their own lyrics as well, you know. Yeah. I thought someone else did it.
No,
I thought it was someone else. Yeah.
Let's say even if they didn't, the crazy thing they can perform it.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
It's legit.
Nah, yeah, they're sick. They're doing their thing, them.
Different.
Yeah.
Again, because they're like from like one of them's Cockney and stuff, so they have all the different slang as well. So they can like mix it with like all the London slang. And it creates a whole different other thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then of course you got RD.
RD, yeah. Then he's a new guy in it now.
He's from Brighton.
Brighton, yeah.
So you're sort of right. Like the people come from everywhere now, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're getting people coming from all over the place, and like they're proper like making a name. Because now, that's what I'm saying. It's not all about being from London. It's about having a new sound, a new flow, and like.
Do you think there'll be a time where like these towns take over, like London, in like our cities?
Absolutely. Because everyone's gonna. We're not all gonna get bored of the London accent, but like people are after new sounds. That's what I keep on stressing. Like people are after new sounds now.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're just gonna be there, like
I think people are tired of also always having to be alright. If I want to make it go down to them, like people want their own scene.
Exactly, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like because we've had like a couple of people from other places have that breakthrough, it has now set the pace. Now, like people are like, okay, he did it, like I can do it too. Then
have you seen the film Bait?
Bait, no.
It's like made in Cornwall. It was made on wind-up cameras. It was shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he shot it with his family. Because this guy's 42.
Yeah.
And it's about family. It's about a fishing community. And it made millions at the box office.
Did it?
Like millions. And it's probably like, this is my own opinion, one of the greatest films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's from Cornwall.
It's from
like
Cornwall.
you would not think like that's like a filmmaking scene, would you?
Nah, you wouldn't. But it can literally it can come from anywhere now.
We need Donnie Dedo back.
Yeah.
Him, yeah.
Bring him back. He can be part of the new scene. Bring him back.
No, but he went down, didn't he? Because he was a teacher.
He got cancelled for all that stuff. Because of course it's all a character. It was all before viral video stuff.
Oh right.
And
So he got cancelled.
He was a teacher, but then he got fired because they found all that shit, and it's like.
So when all that Devo stuff died down, he became a teacher.
Yeah. Oh no, I think he was a teacher, wasn't he? And then.
Well, he got into it after because he was quite young when he made that music stuff. Because it's clearly a joke on.
Yeah. And I remember watching it back in school.
It's quite tongue in cheek and everything. It's quite funny. It's actually pretty funny when you're vibing to it. But apparently a couple of years back he got I think it was even just before lockdown actually. He got cancelled and fired off teaching for it.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine having that as a fucking teacher.
This whole cancel culture is like.
Do you have any worries with that, or are you pretty chill with that?
Not really. Like, I feel like I'm not really gonna get famous to that like an artist level where I'll get like cancelled. I think as a director, you're kind of like a bit safe from that. Yeah. Because you're behind the scenes and like you're only really famous for your work.
Well, this is it. People are looking at why don't you have social media? And it's like I'm not.
Because I don't want to be cancelled.
That reason as well. But I'm not working to be famous. I'm working to build things and like produce things. I'm not really.
Would you not feel though like, because I feel like social media though is like the most powerful tool at the moment, especially for artists.
Yeah,
I've been watching some podcasts and they were talking about a similar kind of thing, like how right now obviously like a lot of it's all about having this online presence and a bit of like for artists especially like having a bit of like an image basically, you know what I mean, a bit more personality. People like, so I feel I feel like because of Instagram that's how I've got to where I am. So would you not feel like if you was to get social media, you start posting
this is sort of going to be the start of it for me. So like this podcast,
I was going to say this is our warm up to it really.
Yeah, you're not on social media either.
Because the idea when I got social media, I did not want to portray a fake persona. That's the one thing I wanted to cross off. I don't mind selling myself. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But I just wanted to make sure, like
it wasn't a viral.
Yeah, like I wanted to be talented first before like I'm flogging myself and being like, oh, look at me. Come check me out.
Nah, I understand. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like there's obviously different timings in that for that, because it's like. Because I was a bit like, when I first started my page, there was no pictures of me on there at all. It was literally just all my work. But then I kind of realised that, like, posting, like, yourself as well as your work, I felt like that was a good marketing tool. Yeah, it gave a bit more personality. People saw more who I am and kind of what I'm like a bit. Because at the moment, I'm not saying I'm trying to be an influencer or going down that kind of route, but I've noticed obviously the influencer culture is rising. Everyone wants to be an influencer, everyone wants to be like the hot thing on Instagram and that. But what I've realized is like from like, you know, posting more Instagram stories though and more like behind the scenes stuff of what I do, like I've noticed that helps more work come in really.
This is kind of sound advice really, isn't it? I think we probably should jump on.
Yeah, I do definitely think so, like, because like I say in it, like I was just constantly posting content all the time, and that's to a point that it's like you're always just seeing that Blue Boredom poster, so the name sticks.
But you're sort of getting yourself in like the role of like, I am this thing now.
Exactly, yeah. You become like
Cause
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the same with you, but I feel like it's a little bit of guilt just being. Just how the culture is here. You know, I feel like it's always a bit of guilt when with my family. Like I don't want to like burden them with like I don't want to be like, oh, I've just made a film, guys. Like what are you guys doing? Now you speak. I don't want to bury with somebody in what I do. So
oh really?
Yeah. So there's always been that little bit of guilt for me.
Yeah. See, I feel like you can't really be like that. You know, I feel like if you're trying to strive for something, you have to. I think you have to be like
commit 100
in everyone's face about it.
Yeah.
Like not necessarily like, oh, look what I'm doing, but like I don't know. I feel like you just have to be wanting people to see it.
Yeah.
Like have a look at this, have a look at this, have a look at this. Like just I don't know. That's what I did in it, and I feel like it worked. And I feel like that's what I see some artists doing these days. Like you get some of these new artists that are coming about, and they're dropping so many music videos like back to back, and it's making them like blow.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh man, their work rate is crazy. Like they're doing so much, and it keeps them in the limelight. So it's like that's where I see it, like posting all the time. People kind of see, oh, he's really really busy. Like he must be. People like to make an assumption in it. He must be like doing something, or he must be like getting it like this and that because you're always posting. Whether it's true or not, whether it's just some old work though that you just posted, like your name is still out there. You're still going with the Instagram algorithms and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've got a filmmaker friend who when he'll clip like 10 seconds of so he's made like a 35-minute film and he'll just repeat like on Instagram he'll just take 10
like
seconds things
yeah,
but it works because so many people they see like 10 seconds and maybe the first time like I'm not really sure and they see another 10 seconds like alright I'm going to check it out now.
Yeah exactly yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's why I feel like it's the most powerful thing at the moment, especially TikTok. But I've not really jumped on TikTok yet. Like,
but how would you use TikTok in like a filmmaker?
So what I've seen quite a lot of filmmakers do, like I've got it, but I don't really use it like that. But what I've seen a few people do, like they post a bit of like the behind the scenes and stuff. So like they might like have a recording of like, imagine this is the camera, and they'll be like they'll have the phone and they might go into the camera like that and do like a bit of transition, and then like you see the finished product or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like of what it is. Like people doing like lots of kind of creative videos like that with transitions and stuff on TikTok. Or they do stuff like the artist and then the art. So that might be like a nice, cute selfie of him or something like that. So then people think, oh, he's good looking, and then
you click on it,
and he's also good at that as well. Like, and then you know what I mean, like.
That's the reason I watch TikTok videos. I'm not gonna lie, I get clickbait every time.
No, honestly, yeah, TikTok at the moment is the biggest thing. Everyone's becoming famous for nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
Like literally, everyone's becoming famous for nothing. But I don't know. I haven't really got the time, or I don't really care too much about trying to become TikTok famous.
I was thinking the other day, if I mean, a reference, I don't want to say it, but there's a certain YouTube channel that, you know, well, I found in St. Aaron, and it's like, if he can make something out of what he's doing, which isn't particularly
anything
really, surely something like this will get some audience. Like, that gives me a bit more faith. So it's like if that person over there can do a 5-second TikTok, just smiling, winking, and get 1 million views, surely I can get a couple hundred doing one thing.
I hear you, yeah, and that's how it should be. But sometimes it's not like that, though. It's really not like that, you know. Like literally, because I got a mate who's got like a comedy page, and sometimes he gets stressed about that because he's like, he goes on TikTok, and there's some people doing TikTok share stuff that's just like, obviously comedy is subjective, anyways, as it is. But like, there's some stuff that everyone knows that's not funny.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
But like, like everyone knows that's not funny.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the people on TikTok don't know that clearly, but it still ends up going big. Like, and it doesn't really make sense because like, there's actually like actual comedy here, or there's actual talent here. It's getting slept on, but people like this are blowing up, and I feel that also makes people not want to do certain things. They kind of get a bit disheartened.
Do you also think that sort of gains a lot of traction when it's not funny, so people can rag on it, and it's almost like a trick? They're like tricks you into it. You know, everyone's watching this viral video of this idiot doing this thing. And we're fools because we've all watched it.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I feel like there's those type of stuff. Yeah, but like I think like the example I was giving though is like just there's some people who like they've actually intentionally tried to be funny. They try to do like a bit of like a skit or like telling like a funny story or something that's just like I don't know, it's just not funny.
How do you feel about doing?
It's subjective, innit? Like, do you know what I mean?
How do you feel about doing stuff like this, like talking about the craft? Do you think
TikTok?
Well, any platform.
All right, I think like it's good. I think it's good. Like I think that there's a lot of people who are interested in the craft.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, because when I'm on some shoots and that, if it's not the artist, I might be with his friends. They start asking me questions about like music videos, and I was like, how does this go? Like, why did you do this? Or how does it usually take to edit? And people are interested in it, but a lot of time they're mainly interested in when they're around, when they see someone that actually does it. Not that they would actually go on YouTube and search.
Yeah.
Like, do you get me?
It makes it real, doesn't it? It's like, oh shit, he's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Are you ever scared about revealing too much? That's my problem. I don't want to. I'm happy giving it. I don't like giving advice because everybody's different, so you can't really give advice to different backgrounds. But I'm just terrified and like telling somebody to do something, and then they steal it or copy
or it
it.
doesn't work
Yeah.
out for him.
Yeah.
Well,
Or it doesn't work out.
See that? Yeah. I'm not scared of it, but I've been cautious of it before. Cause for me, like with other like filmmakers and stuff, and or like people that are trying to do music videos and that, like, I give them quite a bit of advice, really, like stuff that no one ever told me. But I just say it just because why not? I don't really mind. But I think yeah, I think you have got sometimes have a bit of a limit. You don't want to let them know every single secret, every single little trick and tip that you do. But I just think it's like they can go and take whatever you've told them and that, and try and do this or try and copy whatever you've got, but it's never going to be the same as yours.
That's true.
Like by the time they manage to get to a point whereby what they're doing is decent off what you've told them, you've still been doing what you're doing. So now you're going to be there. So they'll never actually catch up unless you stop at some point. When then they catch up to you, but they never will.
But you'll keep adapting anyway. So as soon as they catch up,
that's what I'm saying. Next. By that time, you've already adapted there. Like you've already adapted, so they can't catch up. Do you get me?
Yeah.
That's why I look at it. So like you can tell them, yo, get this camera, get that camera, and they go get everything, and then they start like trying to.
Have you got any copycats? I've got a few.
In the copycats,
Yeah.
what, like of my videos?
Yeah. I can't say.
I don't know, innit? Like. Because I there's nothing I curated. Like I didn't start anything in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like I wouldn't say I got copycats. I've seen like you get me like I've seen like someone or some people or whatever like I've seen them do like a little something like
Close.
get me a bit similar. But I can't say oh yeah they copied me because
Yeah. I had a guy who asked me advice how to make a film, so I told him. He followed the advice and it didn't work for him, and he blamed me.
He blamed you.
He blamed me.
Yeah, see, that's
and we found out why it went wrong, and you basically compared an actor to a piece of meat.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I was there for that.
Yeah, he basically said like actors should be treated like meat.
Yeah,
therefore, no actors wanted to work with him.
Yeah.
Therefore, it didn't work.
We were walking to the set, which is just like a little bit of the woods.
Yeah.
You do what you do, and I think he was just talking. I can't remember if he was talking to me or to the actress.
Well, I should say I didn't hear this conversation, but you heard it, didn't you?
Yeah, because I was helping him with camera stuff because he needed someone to turn it on, basically. So he didn't really know anything.
Yeah.
But and I was fine to do that if he needed me to. But we're walking to the woods to film this one shot, and he's like, "Well, I need to disconnect myself and treat my actor's like a piece of meat," and it's like.
Wow.
She's right there.
Not only is that awful to think, but like she's right fucking that's
Yeah.
It's awful already. But why are you saying it in front of her?
Yeah. That's mad. That's mad.
So needless to say, I've not seen him since. Cause
No, he actually texted me.
And you say he blamed you, like what? So
Yeah, well, I told him advice of like you've got to. So say if you want to film somewhere, you've got to approach them and be completely honest with them. Tell them what you want to do. So then, if something happens.
Don't call him a piece of meat.
Yeah, I'm like if you shoot in this location, let's say for example you want to use fire, tell them you're going to use fire. So if you accidentally set something on fire, it's not going to be too shocking to them. So I was telling him stuff like this. He didn't approach the place. He just turns up to the place. They don't accept him. He didn't listen to me how you like pull the money together. Like I told him 3 ways you can either go fundraising, you could like try a Kickstarter, you could try going to the council. I told him all these things. Didn't try any of them, and then so all this came back on me. So this is why I don't really give advice anymore.
And why is it always these kinds of people always trying to like divide us?
Yeah.
We typically like work and collab and stuff, but like they always get in the middle and they're like, oh, this one doesn't know about all the shit I've just said, so I'm gonna fucking use it.
Like they'll corner me and Peter separately.
Yeah, and what they don't remember is like we're fucking best mates. Like we're gonna fucking tell you.
As soon as something happens, Peter's text me or I've texted him like, oh, is this guy shady? Is this guy for real?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this guy just called his actress a piece of meat. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I want to get out.
See, that's mad. There's some people though there like who just bad energy like that. Like, I've not really had that in what I do really. I don't know.
They don't get anywhere near those people.
Yeah, they don't. Never will. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, the best case scenario. Well, at the end of the day, we can laugh about it now because like, at the time it's like actually concerned. It's like shit. What have we gotten ourselves into? But now we've got like not funny story, but certainly a good.
No, but it's a good learning thing.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm trying to do some like teach some of the kids at like the college, and students.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I'm 25 next month and I'm terrified.
Next month,
Yeah. Fuck me. But yeah, I try and tell them, stay clear of these people, be polite to everybody, like, you know, make sure you're passing good vibes around, and it will, as long as you're also talented, it will work.
Yeah. I'd like to do something like that. Do a few talks.
I think you'd be good at it.
Some people that might want to do. Because what I noticed from like working with some of these artists and that I do work with, especially the ones who are from like that whole like gangster lifestyle and whatever, like I noticed, you know, from working with them, like it's like I've seen another side to them now. Do you know what I mean? Like from the outside in, I just thought these are just some crazy youths, like just doing mad stuff. But like I really like began to realize actually that they're just like little, like they're not all little in it, but a lot of them like usually like some of them like 17, 16,
like acting up sort of thing.
Yeah, and I really realized actually they're actually just boys in it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, and I see it especially when I showed them the shot back and they see themselves and they get all excited. And it's like you see that kind of like that purity for like a minute. You see like how excited and into it that they're getting. Especially sometimes when we do some of the ones that require a little bit of acting. And it's like they get all happy. Oh, man's an actor now, and they're all like getting all. You know,
it's like magic, isn't it? You know, like like Dynamo ever shows like a bunch of people on the street. They go crazy.
It's literally like that. And I see it as like, so what? A minute ago you were doing up bad man, my belly on that, and then now you're literally like a little girl getting all. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah. Man, I love to see it though. Do you know what I mean? I like to see it because it's like then you see, I see that other side.
Yeah, nobody gives like, because me and Peter been hanging out with like. We're doing like a rap video and we wanted to make a documentary, so I've been asking if I can meet like the drug kingpin to film a bit of documentary on him. We'll blur his face and stuff like that. But when you meet these people, they're just trying to put bread on the table. They're not people don't understand that now. Like the mainstream just like criminalize them. It's like if you see like a riot, they always take the worst pictures. Like the most extreme pictures, the flares, shot windows broken.
Honestly, that's it. Like, because I've met so many people now that are all like that, but they're also like they're actually quite respectable people as well. Like they talk to me with respect. Do you know what I mean? Like they're really, really polite. Like they didn't pull a chair out for me. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like this is someone that like to everyone else like they see, he's mad him. Like, do you know what I mean? But like I just see like a different side to them, and I think and so in some ways it's like I think it'd be nice to. I can see that they haven't really got the platform or have anything to like get them started.
Give them a chance.
Give them a chance, because like I know if they did have the chance, then they'd probably do something like maybe. Do you know what I mean? Even the other day I was on a shoot and we walked past one of the guy's friends and like I saw he had like his knife like in his trousers I saw the handle and I thought that is crazy, like this young boy and he's out here walking around with the knife and that. But then we was talking to him and he was all like nice and helpful. He was saying all like what locations like he's trying to go to because I know of this area here and that area, like I can walk you to it. Like he's just like a calm guy. Do you know what I mean?
Those sort of kids I think are really smart. Like they because what's that? I think it's Educating Yorkshire. Like there's these year 7s who are selling drugs in the school, and okay they get busted, but they're so clever how they get out of it. They dump the bag, they're manipulating the teachers.
It's crazy.
I think they've got some like scheming in them.
The whole thing like it all just comes down to money in it really. Like they just want money. That's it.
Which is fair game.
Because when you think about the rappers and it, like you think about if you deep it's like if it's not all about money, then why would they try and do rap or why would they try and do all this kind of thing? Because once they do rap or do something else and they start making enough money, they stop doing that. So it just goes to show that none of them actually want to do it.
Well, who wants to do like a normal job anyway? Like, you know what I mean? It's either do you go to like the office job or do you sell weed on the corner, which is probably a bit more fun.
Exactly, because it's like, for one, they might not even get the office job. Like, because of the way they look or something, like they might get denied from it or like, you know, a lot of their mates are out here selling on the streets. It's like, why would I go work however many hours this week to only come away with £250 when I could
Look at me in like
be
an
out
hour.
for a day and I can be and make all this. They got all the mates doing that every day while they're still going to work. It's so easy to just go and do that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
You remember when like rap was first like coming up, and all the parents thought it was like a crisis. They thought they were like promoting drugs, and it's like it's not that at all.
Yeah, it's all mad. The whole system, it's all just like a crazy thing. It's all topic for another day or whatever. But
Yeah.
that's all. Yeah.